Welcome back to another exciting year of the 393 Legacy of Gorilla podcast, and we are here to kick off another school year. And this year we've got so many more seniors, so we're starting this really early. You're going to get a chance to meet all of our seniors throughout the course of this year, and in a minute we're going to bring in Mr. Isaac Wood, and we're going to have a conversation here about his high school career and his future plans, and not just his high school career, but his whole time here at Solomon Schools. But as you can see, we're coming to you at a different place this time. So we're out here in our new high school commons. We have received some grant money for this area, and so if you haven't had a chance to come and check it out, hopefully at a ball game or at a music concert, you'll be able to come down and check this out. It's been great to give it sort of a splash of something new out here as we begin a new year here at Solomon Schools. We're glad to have everybody back. Sort of a preview for next week. That's what we like to do as we kick off the podcast. It is Labor Day weekend, so depending upon when you're listening to this, you may be at the lake, you may be on a tractor, you may be laying in a hammock. Who knows when you're listening to the podcast? But there's a lot of things happening when we come back from Labor Day because we start activities. In fact, our high school girls volleyball team, they actually started volleyball this past Saturday down at Peabody. We hope they did well. We're coming to you and recording this in the middle of the week, but we hope they did well on Saturday. But coming up this week, on Tuesday, our girls will travel to Sacred Heart, and they will be over there for volleyball. A, B, and C both, so chance for all of our girls to get out there and get some time on the court. Coming up on Thursday, then, is the first home game we'll have, and so we are at home over here for junior high volleyball and football versus Gossel, and it's not quite a home event, but pretty darn close. If you want to catch our cross-country runners, they're going to be over in Abilene on Thursday, so check them out over there at the Great Life Golf Course. And then we kick off Friday night football in White City versus the Rio Vista Heat next Friday. So it is happening, and we are in full go mode, as you might say around here. Teachers and staff are back at it and enjoying their time here at Solomon and getting into the learning and engagement piece, which is the reason why we're here. So with that being said, Mr. Wood, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Are you ready for this?
I guess.
You'll do great. I know you will. So, Isaac, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us one, who you are. We know you're Isaac, but tell us a little bit about your family and a little bit about them and a little bit about what you like to do.
Well, I'm Isaac. I'm senior. My family goes here too. Vaughn graduated a couple years ago. We got Evan in high school now. Bowden's still in middle school. My dad went here too.
Yep, your dad graduated from here, so that's pretty cool that you're the second one to go through here. A third one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because my grandpa also went through here.
Oh, yeah, you've got four. You got generations and generations of Woods to go through here. So I apologize to everybody if you're listening and you hear that little slam in the background. It's 3:15, and we've got a few of the classroom doors that are being shut. So that's what happens when you come out to the Commons area now. But we'll get back to the podcast now. Isaac, tell us a little bit about your time here at Solomon, and what are some of the classes you've taken here at the high school to prepare you for, what you want to do in the future?
Well, I've been here since preschool, and classes here since I would be planning on going to farming after college. I've been taking a lot of the ag classes that I can.
Great.
So far, I've liked welding, and this year I'm in business or agribusiness.
So how many generations of farm here in your family?
4 or 5.
4 or 5, okay. So you'll be the fifth generation probably.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that is cool. So plans after high school is to head off to
K-State.
Oh, yes. We start off the podcast with the correct one. The correct answer is K-State, by the way, for everybody that sits down on that couch. That is the answer. I joke, but it is this Saturday we kick off the season, K-State. So are you going to go watch? I know I see you at a couple of the ball games because you sit right behind us sometimes.
Yeah, well, I did that one time.
Yeah.
I think I've been to 2 games.
2 games, all right.
Usually
cool.
Watch it on TV, though.
Yeah, I know. So do I sometimes. We didn't get season tickets this year, so that's what we're going to do, I think. So, hey, talk about a few of the memorable moments at Solomon. Maybe it could be an elementary memory, it could be a high school memory, it can be even a memory that isn't even school related. Are there some memories that you'd like to share with everybody out there?
Well, my memory isn't too good, but I really like the FFA national and state conventions. Went to the national both years. I went to the state 2 years. I was a delegate then.
Good, good. What was it like to be a delegate at the state convention?
At the state convention, we would go there a bit earlier than the rest. Then we'd all be sitting in one of the lecture halls. Then we'd learn about the candidates, get to meet them. Then we'd split up to do groups with the candidates and get more to know them. And at the end of a couple of days, you'd vote on which one you wanted to be the state
Officer?
Yeah.
Did the one that you voted for, did they become an officer?
I can't remember
Can't
which one
remember.
I
That's all
voted
right. That's all right.
on. I'm sure a few of them did.
So, in your time at Solomon, you've been here from the very beginning, like you said, preschool all the way up. So you've got the opportunity to have many of our wonderful teachers here at Solomon. Is there maybe one or two that you'd like to give a shout out? Because as you go on this journey of senior year, it's really important that you give back and tell them, how meaningful and how much of a meaningful part they played in your life and where you're at right now. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Mr. Davidson. He's brought me to all those conventions that I remember. He was a good ag teacher.
He was a very good ag teacher, and you know what? He was my ag teacher. He was my ag teacher in high school, so I remember those same trips.
He was here for a while.
Yeah, and he was when I was at Hope High School many years ago. When your dad was actually in high school here at Solomon, but that is actually Mr. Davidson was my ag teacher for all 4 years. So yeah, small world, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, anybody else along the way? You've had some pretty good teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've liked a lot of them.
Well, good. That's a good thing. Is there maybe a class that sticks out, or maybe not even a class? Maybe it's a classmate that you have a connection with that you're like, I'm going to miss this guy or girl next year because it's been awesome having this journey with them.
I think I'd go with Britt.
Britt?
He's been my friend for as long as I can remember.
I can only...
And I definitely will be missing not seeing him as much.
Yeah, you'll still get a chance to see him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I love it because those two are protectors, by the way. So if you ever show up at lunch, because you and him are sitting out front protecting the West. So if anybody comes in from the West, we know they're coming. We've got you two right there. So you guys are out there on the bench every lunch hour. I love seeing you guys out there. Yeah, and so it's just it's good to see you guys out there just chatting and enjoying each other's company. Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome. Maybe as you start to look, you talked about you're going to go to K-State, and as you look back and thinking of yourself, or you've got some siblings still to go through high school, remember? So maybe some advice to them as they start high school. Any wise words or words of encouragement for them as they begin high school?
Turn your stuff in on time, check due dates, and check your email more often. That's something I can forget. I don't check it over the weekend. I'm like, oh crap, something's due right on Monday.
That is true. Check your email. That's something that I wish I'd have to remember a little bit more is check my email. But that's great advice because that's exactly the way the world communicates is through email. Who knows what it'll be when you're my age? I don't know what type of checking you'll have to do. But, yeah, check your email. Great words, and get them turned in on time. For sure. Those are wise words to live by next year at K-State, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's important.
I've got it. I'm hoping I can get set up on my phone so I can get notifications every time an email comes through.
I bet you can do that for sure. Well, are there any other thoughts that you might have or things that you want to share that maybe I didn't get a chance to ask you about?
No, not that I can think of.
Nothing. See, you thought this was going to be hard. This wasn't hard at all, was it?
Nope, not as much as I thought. I was looking at paper and be like, oh, there's 50 questions on here. But
there's just 50 questions to get you prepped, and you did it like a pro. You can come back next week if you want. You want to come back next week?
I don't know. I'll see. I think I'll watch see whatever people are doing first.
Okay. All right. Well, you did a great job, and I'm so glad that you kicked us off this year. We always kick it off going the backwards because, unfortunately, when your last name starts with a W, you're at the back of the line in kindergarten and pre-K, right?
Yeah, that's why I wasn't expecting this. I was like, oh, they must be going in reverse alphabetical.
We're going back and forth, and so it was great to start with the end of the alphabet for once. Your senior year, and you get to go first. So you did a great job.
Goes from W to B to W.
Yeah, it goes back and forth. So that way we leave everybody guessing out there. So that's exactly right. Next week, in fact, that's a great prelude for next week. And so Isaac's right, it'll be Taj Bays next week that we will be visiting with and visit with him about his journey at Solomon and what he's going to do next year. But I thank you for being the first episode of the 393 Legacy, a Guerrilla podcast. It has been great to come to you today on the couch, our new area. A few background noises, but all in all, a great time to sit down and visit with the first of many seniors on our journey to May of 2025 and walking across the stage and getting that diploma. So come back next week. Check us out on all of your wonderful places that you can watch us, whether that's on YouTube and you want to check us out live there, or if you want to listen to us on a podcast on Spotify or anywhere else. It's great to be back. It's great to have all the Guerrilla family back in the house. And until next week, have a great week.